Hello friends, today we will discuss about Jane Eyre, the novel written by Charlotte Brontë. Now in this video I will describe the biography of Charlotte Brontë and how the characters she has portrayed in her novel. She was born in 1816. Her parents' name was Patrick and Maria Brontë. They had six children. Their two eldest daughters were died in their childhood. All the other three daughters grew up to be authors. Charlotte Brontë was born on the 21st April 1816. Their mother died in 1821, and it was just 4 years later that the two eldest children of family also died. They were not means of rich family. It was Charlotte whose shoulder had responsibility to earn their livelihood. Her father died in 1861 at age of 84. The use of assumed masculine names by the three sisters. It was at the age of 31 that Charlotte published her novel Jane Eyre, which became very famous. Charlotte present her novel Jane Eyre under the name of Currer Bell. Emily Brontë present her novel Wuthering Heights under the name of Alice Bell, and Annie Brontë published a novel called Agnes Grey under the name of Acton Bell. The reason why the three sisters adopted masculine names was that they had a feeling that female authors did not receive the same recognition of their literary which the male authors did. It was Charlotte Brontë who managed to have all these novels published because her sisters could not by their own efforts have privileged upon any publisher. Charlotte got married in 1854 to a clergyman by the name Arthur Nicholas. He had proposed to Charlotte in 1852 and she declined his proposal because of her father's disapproval. In the same year 1854 she became pregnant and developing a painful illness as a consequence of pregnancy died in March 1855. The work of Charlotte Brontë, Jane Eyre published in 1847, Shirley it published in 1847. The Professor, it was published in 1857. She has major features which she portrayed in the novels. Charlotte had given ample evidence of her skill as a storyteller and as a delineator of human character. In her novel, there are the capacity of evoke such emotions as sympathy, pity, compassion, fear. She is a good storyteller who is capable of certainty suspense in the mind of reader at the various points in the narrative order to arouse anyone's curiosity and eagerness to know what happens next. The novelty in the present case lies in the quality of the soul, which thus shares its deeper secrets with reader, and one might also trace the author is a woman. The essential subject of Charlotte is the soul of woman cramped by loneliness, poverty, and social insignificance, but supported by a consciousness of her intelligence, her true gentility, and above all by the generosity and dynamic force of a superior spirit. She has written of lonely, repressed womanhood with a passion and intensity expressed in English fiction. Now we will come to the characters. The first character of ours is Jane Eyre, which is the protagonist of this novel, and according to her biography, it's all described out her childhood till the adulthood of her. She is the narrator of the story and novel's heroine and the title character. Each stage she has to go through many trying stages and experiences. She is more or less a tragic figure from beginning almost till end. Orphaned as a baby, and she struggles through her nearly loveless childhood and becomes governess at Thornfield's Hall. Although she falls in love with her wealthy employer, Edward Rochester, her strong sense of conscience does not permit her to become his mistress, and she does not return to him until his insane wife is dead and she herself has come into an inheritance. Next character is Edward Fairfax Rochester, hero of the novel, a married man with a mad wife, whom he is maintaining in a room in the top story. He falls in love with Jane Eyre, who is just 20 years old while he is nearing 40. Jane Eyre herself has secretly fallen in love with him even though he is much older. He is no means of handsome man. His desire to marry Jane Eyre instead of he is married man. Eventually, however, he is united with Jane Eyre in marriage even though at the time of this union he is blind and crippled. At last, he regains his eyesight to a large extent and they lived a happy married normal life. Next character is Mrs. Sarah Reed. She is Jane Eyre's aunt, who had been entrusted by her late husband when she was only 10 years old. She was she has been treating Jane Eyre not only with contempt, hate, but sternly and almost cruelly. She is most odious woman. She always treated Jane with harsh manners. It is also some example like the Cinderella story. You, of course, you cannot write the Cinderella one in this as an example, but I am trying to tell you the meaning, the how you as a student you can relate the story in your mind, and then you can write something by taking the help from the Cinderella story. Mrs. Reed used to be like a mother as a stepmother, and how she used to be very much cruel towards Jane Eyre. So, such kind of treatment Jane Eyre has faced in her childhood through from her aunt. It's more like in Hindi, mami, the maternal aunt. So, it will be like this. Next character is John Reed. He is the eldest child of Mrs. Reed. He is 14 years old when Jane was 10. He is proud, haughty, led, who regards Jane Eyre as a creature beneath his hate. He is an odious son of an odious mother. He also used to bully her constantly and sometimes in the presence of his mother. He ruins himself as an adult and is believed to die by suicide. John Reed was portrayed as a stepbrother. He was not a stepbrother, but you can take an example of it in such a way so that it will be more clear for you to write the answer according to the behavior, as he was always rude, but on the same side Jane never have treated anyone of the family anyhow the rude way, but they were always behave in such a way. Next character is Eliza Reed. She is the eldest daughter of Mrs. Reed, and although not as arrogant as John Reed, she too thinks Jane Eyre to be a compatible person, and she spares no effort to make Jane Eyre feel that she is dependent relative of the family. She feels bitter because she is not attractive as her sister. She devotes herself self-righteously to religion. Eliza Reed was the another girl as a cousin of Jane Eyre, and she was also not that much like she was not having any that much likeness for the Jane Eyre ads, but she was not that much rude as John Reed. Next character is Georgiana Reed. She is the second daughter of Mrs. Reed. She is very beautiful girl with lots of glamour about her. She is a couple of years younger than Eliza, who is a couple of years younger than John. She is spiteful and insolent. She became a friend of Jane's towards the end of the novel. She was little bit a good-hearted, not that much good, but a little bit more better than John and Eliza. So she was somehow in a contact in the late novel with the Jane Eyre. Next character is Bessie Lee. She was governess of Reed family and she is quite close to Mrs. Reed. Whenever Mrs. Reed scolds Jane, beside imparts a touch of kindness to her treatment of Jane Eyre, a plain spoken nursemaid. She was having a very minor role in the novel, as the question doesn't come on her as a basic characterization of Basili, but yes, you can also take the example of telling little bit story about her, because she was the only kind person for the Jane Eyre in her childhood where she can have sympathy from, and she can rely somewhere, but not that much in a detail. Next is a also very short character is a Miss Abbott. She is a one of the subordinates mid servant in the Reed household. She is just a part of a name that you can remember in the story, but there is not major character it will come in the question. So it's like a very minor character. Next character is Mr. Lylot. He is the compassionate apothecary in other terms, it's a doctor who is summoned to treat Jane. It is at Mr. Lal's suggestion that Mrs. Reed sent Jane to Lowood School, which is charitable institution. Later, he writes a letter to Miss Temple confirming Jane's account of her childhood and clear all doubts. He was the doctor who visited Jane due to her illness, and she was feeling very suffocated and very sad with the Reed family. So he suggested to Mrs. Reed that she should send her to the hostel where she will also get a little bad treatment, and she can also have the education. And in other words, he was suggesting Mrs. Reed to get rid of Jane Eyre due to sending her to the hostel. Next character is Mr. Brocklehurst. He is a clergyman and also the chief trustee of Lowood School. He is a big hypocrite. He is a big bully and a miser to where the expenditure on the students of Lowood School is concerned. He tries to save every penny on the food which he supplies to the schoolgirls, of which he is the director. He too is an odious person, perhaps even more odious than Mrs. Reed. He was not having any kind of sympathy towards the children, and he was totally like doing a business thing in the charitable school, because the school or the hostel was a charitable, so the funds were coming from the government. So he tried to take all the advantages by not giving a proper food or the other necessary things to the students, and take those necessary things as a in the form of money towards himself. So he was also a hypocrite person. Next character is Miss Maria Temple. She is the superintendent of the Slowood School. She is a kind-hearted lady. She shows some kindness to the girls and show respect too and compassion, while including Jane Eyre, who is in distress, instead of strict instructions of Mr. Brocklehurst. She helps clear Jane of Mr. Brocklehurst's false accusation of deceit. She was a very kind hearted lady in the school, and she portrayed as a good teacher. Next character is Madame Pirate. She is a French woman and a teacher of French at Lowood School. She is also a very minor character here, and there is no question will come on the name of hers. It's just a major thing ki okay, you have to remember the name, so it will not look a very unknown name. So that's why I have mentioned in the notes. Next is Miss Scatcherd. She is a history and grammar teacher in Lowood School. She is an ill tempered woman who is particularly and unduly harsh towards students, a sore and vicious teacher. She was not that much good. It is a portrait uh, like Jane, as we are reading the Jane Eyre story. So in this novel, Charlotte Bronte has very deeply described the each and every fact of her life since the childhood, then after how her life become changed in the hostel, and then how she become a governess in Mr. Rochester home, and then how her middle age life will go on when she fall in love with him, and then later on how the complications will come after falling in love with that older elderly man. So this is how the whole story is going, and in this context I have mentioned all the characters one by one to make a clear picture as we as a student can remember it more clearly. Then it comes Helen Burns. She is a very devout and religious minded girl studying at Lowood School. She has no friends till arrives. Unfortunately, she develops a disease known as a consumption, and after a time, she dies. She refuses to hate those who abuse her, trusting in God. Helen Burns, as a character portrayed by the novelist as a very innocent child of her age. She was bullied from by the other girls when Jane arrived, and she was feeling very lonely at that time. And then Jane arrives and she becomes friend of hers. They both spend time together in a very good way. But later on, when she discovered there is a disease and now then she falls sick. It's a very brief description of these two girls described by the novelist. Next character is Mrs. Alice Fairfax. She is the housekeeper of Thornsfield Hall, which belongs to Mr. Rochester. She appointed Jane Eyre to the post of governess in Thornsfield Hall to look after Mr. Rochester's ward, Miss Adela. She is the second person after Miss Temple to show some kindness to Jane Eyre, but she disapproves of her engagement to Mr. Rochester. After having the education in the hostel Lowood School, she got an opportunity to be a to become a governess of a 10-year-old girl whose name was Adelaide, and she used to live in a Townsville Hall, which is very far from the Lowood School. So there, when Jane Eyre has got opportunity to work as a governess, so she think it's another part of her life now going to start. So Mrs. Alice Fairfax was a kind of person who give the advertisement of the teaching job, and she was the person as a receptionist working as in the Thornsfield Hall, and she was the person who recruited the Jane Eyre as a governess, and Adela was the child which she has to teach there. Next character is Adela Vernes. She is an excitable French, and the little girl to look after and educate by Jane Eyre is appointed as a governess in the Thornsfield Hall. Adela is the illegitimate daughter of Selena Vance, who had been a mistress of Mr. Rochester but proved unfaithful. Adela is not Mr. Rochester's illegitimate daughter. She is the daughter of Selena Vance by some other lover of hers. Mr. Rochester has taken charge of this hopeless girl on humanitarian grounds. She is barely 8 years old when she first arrived at Thornsville Hall and put under the charge of the housekeeper, Mrs. Fairfax, subsequently under the care of Jane Eyre. She is the daughter with of a lady named Selena Vance, who was somehow connected with the Mr. Rochester as his mistress. But later on, due to some reason, she get the disease of something, and then she died. After her death, he come to know that there is a child she left. So as Mr. Rochester was a very rich person, so and he was not having any kids, so he decided to look after the child. And when she arrived in his home, Thornsfield Hall is the home of Mr. Rochester. So there he used to live, and many times, most of the time, he was out of the home. So he gave the charge of taking care of child to Mrs. Fairfax. And later on, when she hired a governess, was named as Jane Eyre. So later on, Jane Eyre will become the main caretaker of the girl. Next character is Mrs. Bertha Rochester. She is the valiantly wife of Mr. Rochester, who had been lured into marrying her. He had not been aware of her mental condition. After marriage, he had discovered the streak of insanity which had been running in the family from which she had sprung. He had not abandoned her but had brought her to England and hired a maid. Bertha had been making a nonsense to herself and Mr. Rochester because of her insanity. Towards the end of the story, she who set the fire of Thornsfield Hall and risking her own life in the process. She is a mad wife of Mr. Rochester, and when they got married, Mr. Rochester was not aware of her mental illness, as Bretha's brother have hide this fact that his sister is not well from the mind, and she belonged to a very wealthy family. And when Mr. Rochester come to realize that she is an insane person after the marriage, he decided to keep Bertha on the third story of Thornsfield Hall and keep her on check by Mrs. Fairfax as a maid. He hired her to take care of Bertha, but it was seemed to Jane Eyre that he may have abandoned her due to her insanity, but it was not the reality. As a man, Rochester has taken care of Bertha much more better, but because she was not in her senses, she always messed and nonsense herself in front of others. Due to that reason, he make her hid in the on the third story, and Mrs. Fairfax were used to take care of her. Next character is Grace Poole. She is the maid servant who looks after the mad Bertha, but being very fond of drinking gin. She often neglects her duties with the result that Bertha is able to do a lot of mischief at Horsfield Hall. She is the caretaker of Bertha Manson, and whenever she is absent, Mrs. Fairfax used to look after her. Next character is Richard Manson. He is West Indian trader and brother of Bertha. He pays a visit to Thornfield Hall in order to inquire about the welfare of his mad sister. One night, his mad sister stabs him with the knife and bites him severely on his shoulder. His appearance at Thornfield heralds the eventual revelation of Bertha Mason. One day, when Richard came to visit his sister, he was he was seen by Jane Eyre, who was not aware of any mad woman inside the hole, because it was the personal thing of Mr. Rochester. So he decided not to disclose it to any governess who is professionally living in his home. So she was not aware of any person living like that in the hole, and she was watching it at, there was some activities going on at night, some sounds are coming. Maybe she thought that it's a haunted place and a gothic novel it's going on, some imaginary things she imagined. But later on, when this person arrived as a Bretta's brother, then she come to realize, okay, what was the incidents and how they can now connect it with the reality. Next character is Leigh, one of the maidservant of Thanesfold and the young pretty kind housemaid at Thanesfold. Next character is Mother Bunches. This is the false name assumed by Mr. Rochester when he comes to Thornfield Hall in the disguise of a gypsy woman to foretell the future of the ladies. Okay, this is the incident come when there was a party after hiring the Jane Eyre. There was the party that Mr. Rochester threw for the ladies. He was portrayed as a bubbly man. He was having many affairs, it seems like, and portrayed as that way. So when there was lots of ladies present in the hall, he disguised, there's a kind of a pun in his nature and behavior. He behaved as a, and he portrayed himself as a gypsy woman who comes in a disguise, and he was trying to tell the future of the ladies to make them attracted towards the party and the atmosphere. Next character is Blanche Ingram. She is one of the richest and most beautiful girls of the region in which Thornsfield situated. It is generally believed that Mr. Rochester would marry this girl because of her looks. She displays callous behavior and a voracious index. But having met with Jane and having fallen in love with her, he gives up all the thoughts of marrying. Next character is Saint John Rivers. He is a clergyman and a missionary. He is a jealous priest of the parish. It is he who provides shelter and food to Jane when she arrives at his house in fallen condition. He wants Jane to marry him and then go with him to assist him in his work to India. When Jane refused his proposal of marriage, he started to force her and behave in an odious manner. By nature, he is a very reserved and single minded person. He is that person when Jane Eyre comes to realize that Mr. Rochester is a married man and there is no point of living with him, so she decided to leave that place and go to find her fortune some other place. Then she decided to move from the Thornsfield Hall, and later on, when she was searching in a job, and she met this person, St. John Rivers, and he was portrayed as a cousin of Jane. So when she comes to realize that there is Jane and she is looking for the job, he decided to help her and offer her a job, and where he was going to India for the job and the work, but she refused. In the starting, she was into going with him because there was some time, so she spent some time with him as a relative. But later on, when John has proposed her for the marriage, she refused it because she was already in love with Mr. Rochester. So this hurt him, and it lead his behavior into change, and she start behaving in a very different manner. Next characters are Diana and Mary Rivers. They are the sister of St. John's Rivers, and they live with him at Moor House, which is their name of their residence. The two sisters take kindly to Jane Eyre and do not feel at least hesitation accepting her as a sort of guest at the Moor House. They are very kind-hearted girls. They were not like her former cousins in the Reeds family. They are very kind and very polite with her, and they never see her as a relative, but they always see her as a close sister. Next character is Rosamond Oliver. She is the daughter of a wealthy and indulgent father, Mr. Oliver's Rosamond. She is in love with St. John Rivers and would like to get married with him, but he doesn't reciprocate. He is in love with Jane and would like to acquire her as his wife so that she would assist him in his missionary work in India. She is the lady who was introduced in the starting with St. John's as a friend, but later on Jane find, and we as a reader find it, that she is in love with him, but he never respond to her. And now when he is having Jane Eyre with her with him, he always see her as his companion, and he wanted to go to India to work with Jane as a missionary person. But Rosamond was always having the soft corner for St. John. Last character is John Eyre. He is a rich man living in West Indies. He is Jane Eyre's paternal uncle. In other terms, he is a maternal uncle as a mama. When he died, he left about £20,000 as a will for her. By this time, Jane has discovered that St. John Rivers, Diana Rivers, and Mary Rivers were her own cousins. And then she divides the money equally in the four parts. He never appears as a character. In the last of the novel, when Jane was struggling with the life with the Rivers family, and she was not aware that they were her cousins. Later on, when she get the letter from John Eyre, there he mentioned that they are the cousins, and then she comes to realize, okay, she has been living with her own cousins, and now due to her compassionate nature and very good hearted nature, she decided that as they are four cousins, so she decided to divided this money into four parts as a token of their gratitude. It was the last thing. And if you guys have any problem regarding the text and other problems in the audios, because the notes are not that much clear, I know, as they are old, and if you are getting any problem regarding any section of, so you will just let me know by commenting in the section, so I will definitely try to help you. Thank you guys for listening it, and if you like the videos of mine, please subscribe and share my channel. Thank you very much.